Hello everyone, and welcome to the Red Door Yoga Mini Sutra series online. Today I wanted to talk about searching for non-suffering, and I want to talk about it, like the game of what I've been told is called the game of hot, hot, cold. One of my students' daughters partly said that's what the game's called. It's the game, you've all probably played it, and that's the game where, one person has chosen an item in the room, and then the people or the person who's playing the game with them comes in, and they're kind of moving around the room, and the person who's chosen the item says, warmer, warmer, hot, cold, cooler, cooler, cold, if they're moving away from the item. And they're using this feedback from the person who knows what the item is to figure out what the item is, okay? And so the idea here is non-suffering is the item that we're searching for. And as a result, when you think about this game, if I walked into the room and someone had chosen the item and they gave me no feedback, they didn't tell me if I was warm or if I was cool, if I was getting colder, if I was getting hotter, if they gave me none of that feedback, I would not be able to likely find this item. Okay, so if the item is non-suffering, what I'm saying is we actually need to be able to give ourselves feedback. And that feedback is, when we're going through our experiences, we need to actually check in and go, am I actually suffering more? Am I suffering less than I usually suffer? So if I'm starting to suffer less than I usually suffer in these, experiences that are similar, then I can start to tell myself, you're getting warmer. If I'm noticing that my suffering is increasing in similar situations, then I go, I'm getting cooler. And I start to need to look at the choices that I'm making either way to determine what are the behaviors that are actually causing my suffering to lessen? What are the behaviors that are causing my suffering to increase? And I bring up this feedback idea, in today's mini sutra because sometimes, students can get into a little bit of a space where they think that giving themselves feedback, giving themselves props or kudos for, for moving towards non-suffering is egoic, and therefore, it's problematic in and of itself. But here's the thing, you need feedback. Just like, when I go into that game where I'm trying to find the object the other person has chosen, I need their feedback, right? So you need to be able to give yourself feedback. Now, that doesn't mean taking pride and value from this feedback, but rather it means taking the feedback as information as to whether you're moving in the right direction, the right meaning towards non-suffering, or you're moving in the wrong direction, as in towards more suffering. So you need to be able to say to yourself, that was a good choice that you made there, in terms of that was a choice that led to less suffering. That choice you made there, that behavior you made there moved you towards more suffering. So that's cooler, that's colder, okay? So give yourself feedback. Don't be worried so much about the idea that feedback is somehow an egoic issue. Your ego is there to help you. You just need to make sure it doesn't take over, that's all. Okay, I hope this was helpful, everyone. And, if you have questions, please do ask. Please like the post, share the post with others you think might actually be helped by these sutras. If you are viewing us on YouTube, please do subscribe to the channel, and therefore you'll get notifications every time we post, and we post frequently. And we look forward to seeing you again very soon online. Namaste.